Hey, what's up, all you haters out there? So, my buddy brought me this piece of rock. It's from India or something like that. I don't know. Let's see if you can see the colors in there. It's soft like soapstone. It's pretty fairly expensive rock, but he's not a carver. He's just a rock worker. So he asked me to carve something out of this stone for him. So I thought an eagle head would be pretty simple. I like doing the eagle heads. They look nice, and they let you see the and it's not the grain in the rock. I don't know what it's called. I guess maybe different textures or whatever. You see a couple different colors in there. Pretty neat. So I'm going to be using the aluminum bits. I'll probably switch to the welding bits too. This is aluminum 1/8 aluminum cutting bit. You can buy them on from China. That's what I do. 1/8 with the Dremel flex shaft. Once again, and here's the bigger aluminum cutting bit, 1/4 with the foredom flex shaft, the industrial model. So I'm going to be wearing my mask when I'm doing this, and I'm not going to be using my duster collector today too, because when you carve rock, it's like carving sand, right? And the dust gets sucked into your dust collector, and it's like putting sand into the engine bearings, and sometimes my dust collector squeals because I've done that before. So this time I'm going to be hooked up to this shop vac, okay? I got this tube sticking out here. So when I carve, I'm going to be aiming the dust towards this pipe, and you'll be able to see what the dust just gets sucked right into there, right? So another thing I want to talk about carving too is lighting. Like lighting in any kind of art, I think it's the biggest problem out there, you know what I mean? Because you think you got one side perfect with the perfect lighting, but then you turn it around and you see different lighting, and you've missed something or whatever. You know what I mean? If you're an artist, you'll understand. You know what I mean? Lighting's very important. So I just use this this light here. You know what I mean? Got this thing drilled into the table, and I got this light up there too. So I got quite a bit of light. I think that's the most important thing. But I'm not going to be talking in this video. I'm just going to be carving because I'm going to wear my mask, and I'll have to download some of that crappy free music, and you can see what's happening. So let's hope you'll see this stuff very shaly too. So when I get close to carving the beak, right, I got to carve the beak out like there. Hopefully it doesn't fly off. You know what I mean? So let's see what happens, people. And I'm going to inset the eye with abalone shell. You can order that on eBay too. Okay, you can see now I got this sanded down to, what is it, 240 grit or something. But there's a bunch of abscess in there, like, I don't know, I really can't do too much in there. You know, it's all just kind of whatever. Indian rock or whatever. But when you're carving stuff like this, be very careful because it's shaly, right? Like, see how I was sanding here and carving here? I saw this brighter piece here. It's almost like BC green jade. But if I went and sanded it any more, this piece would fly off. You can see that different color in there. But yeah, it's something like this. You can just only do what you can do. I'll find out the name of the rock. It's like I said, it's from India. But I'm going to put abalone shell in the eye. Maybe I'll make a video of doing that too. But he's a rock guy. He polishes and stuff like that. So I took this down to 240 grit. If he wants it any better than that, he can do it. He's got all the wheels and stuff to do it. But I was lucky that whole beak didn't chip off. You know what I mean? I was kind of stressing carving in there. But whatever. All good. Pretty cool looking rock. It looks like there's gold in there or something. Yeah, watch when I get it a bit wet with my spit. Imagine what oil will do, or if he polishes it up. It'll really pop. That's going to look nice with the abalone shell for sure too. Okay, so like here's an abalone shell. I think I paid $10. I think it came from Thailand or something. These are, we have them in British Columbia, but Canada, off the Vancouver Island. But they're illegal. They're endangered species, so you can't fish them anymore. So I think it was like $10 overseas. That's what I'm going to inset the eye with, right? Here's a piece here. So I'm going to use this roto zip. I've got other videos on them. It's a 1/8 shaft roto zip. That's the brand. I think this is a tile cutter to cut out the eye. Maybe I'll make a fast forward video of me putting that in too. All right, later. Okay, you can see that takes a little while to set the abalone shell, okay? You know what I mean? Just keep on doing trial and error, trial and error, trial and error, till you figure it out. So what I'm going to do, let's zoom out here. If I can even zoom out. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to epoxy this in, right? And I'm going to put a little tiny bit of black paint in the epoxy. This is just cheap dollar store stuff. I don't know, works the best for me. Little tiny touch of black paint in there. So you can, this is dollar store, actually not dollar store paint, but almost dollar store. Because then, I don't know, I just like to do it so the epoxy looks black. Kind of gives it a neat effect. Okay, just mix it up real good. Always make sure you mix up your epoxy really good. Because if you don't, you'll glue it in. Or I made it a table, I made an epoxy top table, and I didn't mix it good enough, and all the epoxy was sticky. So I had to redo the whole table. So here we go, just kind of touch it in there. Just give it a wee little fucking touch. Okay. Because when you use the black, it will sometimes squeeze out of the shell. And so you get the black effect there. See the epoxy sitting in there? Hope I got enough. Actually, let's get it on the top there too. Let's just put a little bit more in. This is 5-minute epoxy, okay? Okay, and this can be the tricky part. Such a shell in there, nice and easy, okay? Shell, wet epoxy. Set her in. Make sure everything lines up perfect. That's why it's so important to get your make sure it's perfect. Just trial and error. I was using this little sander to round the edges of my epoxy. I don't know, this is 240 grit. Round the edges of the shell. Okay, sit in there. Just fucking let her dry up and then she'll be fucking done, boy. Put your initial in the bottom. I might go over this a little bit more with the sander. I can see some spots I missed once the epoxy's dry. But there you go. There it is. Indian rock eagle head carving. A gift for a buddy. He's a rock collector guy and he polishes rocks and whatever. So just some touch-ups and she'll be done. Later. Don't forget the underscore, carving_fusion Instagram. Yep.